Once upon a time, in the chilly land of Antarctica, there was a little penguin named Percy. Percy was not your average penguin. He had dreams bigger than the icebergs that surrounded him. While other penguins were busy fishing and sliding on ice, Percy was always gazing up at the stars, dreaming of faraway places. But there was one thing that weighed heavily on Percy's heart: his best friend, Penny, who was always worried about sticking to the routine. Now, Percy loved Penny, but he couldn't help but feel that her fear of change was holding him back. One frosty morning, Percy decided it was time to show Penny that life could be an adventure, even in a world of ice. He waddled over to her and said, "Hey Penny, let's go explore beyond the icebergs today." Penny looked at him with wide eyes. "But, what if we get lost? What if something happens?" Percy smiled and said, "That's the point. We might discover something amazing." After a bit of convincing, Penny finally agreed, albeit reluctantly. As they ventured out, Percy could feel the thrill of the unknown, but Penny was still clinging to her fears. They waddled past familiar territories, and soon they stumbled upon a huge, shimmering iceberg that Percy had never seen before. It was beautiful, and Percy couldn't help but think of how wonderful it would be to slide down its icy slopes. But Penny hesitated again. What if it's dangerous? Percy took a deep breath and said, "Sometimes, you have to let go of your fears to see the beauty of the world." With a little nudge, he encouraged Penny to climb up with him. As they reached the top, Penny gasped, "Wow, look at that view." For the first time, she saw how vast and incredible their world was beyond their usual fishing spots. But just as they were about to slide down, they heard a crack. The iceberg was melting beneath them, and panic set in. Penny screamed, "We need to get off this iceberg now." Percy urged her, "Hold on, Penny. We can do this together." Instead of running away, Percy guided her to the edge, where they could slide down safely. With hearts pounding, they took the leap together, landing safely on a smaller piece of ice. Breathless and exhilarated, they both laughed, realizing how freeing it felt to let go of their worries. Penny looked at Percy and said, "I guess sometimes you have to take a risk to find joy." They continued their adventure, discovering hidden coves and playful seals, each experience teaching them more about the importance of letting go. Every time they faced a new challenge, Percy reminded Penny, "It's just like the ice melting. Sometimes, it's okay to let things change." As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, they found themselves on a quiet shore. Penny turned to Percy and said, "Thank you for pushing me out of my comfort zone." "And thank you for being brave enough to join me," Percy replied. That night, the two friends lay on the ice, staring up at the twinkling stars, feeling grateful for their adventure. Percy realized that life was about embracing change, just like the melting ice that transformed their world. Penny smiled at Percy and added, "I think I'm ready for more adventures." Percy's heart swelled with joy, knowing that they had both learned an important lesson: letting go of fears opens up a world of possibilities. From that day forward, they became the boldest explorers of Antarctica, diving into every new experience with open hearts. And as they slid down ice slopes and danced with the wind, they knew that life was meant to be lived fully, without fear holding them back. So, the next time you feel scared to try something new, just think of Percy and Penny, and remember, sometimes, you just gotta let it go and slide into the adventure of life.